Danielle.
Hi. Sometimes I look down and I'm like, my life is so surreal. Like, I'm just staring at a bunch of microphones.
It's gotta be kind of scary with this armada of microphones coming at you.
I mean, it's not scary. Andrew told me to be very vague, so that's the scary part. It's like, we're making sure I don't get fired.
So what excites you the most going into the new season?
Everything. I mean, look, the truth of the matter is it was a great first season, and it's just exciting to get to be doing that again. You know, I have so much faith in our writers, and I'm excited to see what they come up with.
It's vague.
Will we see a wardrobe change for you in the first couple of episodes?
Not to the best of my knowledge. You know, that he runs through time, so that is in the future. It's not clear how far in the future it is. Maybe it's 1 year, maybe it's 5 years. Obviously, I would much prefer it was sooner rather than later, but it's not.
Is that idea appeal to you?
Yeah, oh my gosh, I would love to be Killer Frost. It was so fun to make that look and create that costume. It was so cool.
Even though it was so brief, did you mentally sort of bring yourself from a different place just to appear?
Oh yeah, I mean it's such a, you know, it is such, when I would show people a photo of me in the full Killer Frost look, half the time people would say, is that you? My uncle, like it took him a minute, he was like, so it's cool, it's a true transformation, it's so different, and like it's so fun.
Can you talk about like how long it took to get into that costume and how many iterations there were?
So yeah, yes, let's talk about that. So originally this idea that Barry ran so fast that he saw into the future was an idea that Andrew had for earlier in the season. So we started working on the look probably November of last year. So we started working on it way back then, particularly with the costume. So the costume actually had the biggest shift from beginning to end, and the first suit that we built was actually a one piece. It was like a cat suit. So that was intense, and I remember looking at that thinking, how am I gonna walk every day? Like, and hot darn, it's gonna be hard to go to the bathroom, like things like that. So that was the first iteration, and then Kate basically showed up one day. She was like, I scrapped it, we're gonna start again. I think it should be sexier, blah blah blah. So we started again, and we ended up with what, you know, we had, which you don't really see, but it's blue leather pants and then this like corset-like top, which I love. I think it's great. And then with the hair, the first wig we tried on was a pixie, because there, you know, looking at the comic books, there's a lot of pixie wigs, and we tried it on, and it looks great, but you know, it's a collaboration. So what was cool about it was, you know, between myself and Andrew and everybody else, we all pretty quickly decided that it should actually be longer. So Sarah handmade that wig, which I would be totally grateful to her for. It's beautiful. And it was hard, you know, to get white hair like that. So she did a great job. And the same thing with the makeup. Like, it was an evolving look for sure. I mean, we, same thing, did lots of tests. You know, there was a moment where Andrew wanted to see, like, my lips completely whited out, so the same color, which we tried, and I felt strongly that a navy lip would look better, and I'm really happy with the way that turned out. So, who knows, it's an evolving process, but I'm
You know Ronnie's gonna have at least some part in Legends of Tomorrow. Is Caitlin gonna maybe show up on Legends as well? Can you talk about that at all?
I would love to show up on Legends. How's that? I think it would be great. I mean, obviously, I know most of that cast from a lot of them having been on The Flash, you know, Victor Wentworth, like, I love them. So, it would be great to go.
How will the dynamic of Team Flash change now that Hubert Vaughn or Harrison Wells is gone?
I think everything's going to change, and I think that's what's great about the show is we're going to get to explore that and see what comes next and how they cope.
And will Robbie be part of the team as well now?
There are so many female fans that watch the show, and you play such a massively intelligent woman.
I love it.
How many young girls have come up to you and told you how awesome it is to see someone like you on television?
It's so great, and you know, someone recently came up and she said, my daughter wants to be a scientist now because Caitlin Snow is a scientist, and I love that. You know, education was something that was hugely important in my personal life, so I think it's great that Caitlin is an inspiration.
I like some of the lighter moments during the season. Are we going to see some of that? I mean, I love the karaoke night and thought Caitlin is great. So
Last questions, guys. Thank you. Hopefully, yes. I mean, I think that's what's been really cool about our show is as, you know, if you look at our first 23 seasons, the show just kept getting better and better. And they also have incorporated like a little bit more of our personalities. Like, you know, even Tom's humor and Carlos's humor, I think you got to see a little bit more. So it's great. Hopefully they'll keep rating.
What's your karaoke song?
7-Eleven.
What are your
And
favorite
for me, it has to be a duet because obviously I'm a terrible singer. So,
favorite TV shows?
The Good Wife, Big Bang Theory. Oh, Big Bang Theory. I saw Bill Brady yesterday and I was like geeking out. All right, guys. I gotta see you.
Danielle.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.